Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this look for the holidays using a lot of my favorite drugstore products that I've used throughout the year of 2022. So I hope you guys enjoy it. But before we get into it, if you're new here, please subscribe to my channel by hitting the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so you know when I put out a new video. And let's get into me using my 2022 drugstore favorites. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and start with primer. I am trying for the first time this e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. Now I do like the, the watermelon scented one. I didn't really care for the Power Grip Primer that was like in the black tube with the green tint. So this is something different. It actually has niacinamide. So I wanted to go ahead and try this one today. This is the only product that is new that I'm trying today. But just to let you guys know, I love e.l.f. primers. I think they're really good. So yeah, that's why I wanted to try this one. My face is a little bit red because I took my makeup off after work to actually film. So it is a little red because of course I washed my face, but this is what it looks like. It comes like a tube and it has this little pump. I'm just gonna pump pea size. It doesn't have a scent. Wow, like it's automatically gripping to my face. It doesn't go on like watery, so you have to work it in really well. I think the best way to put this on is probably just to tap it into the skin. And do you see how it's like gripping my fingers? That's pretty intense. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and move on. I'm gonna go ahead and place this Revlon Color Stay Grip Primer. This is a mattifying primer. I really love this one for my T-zone. I feel like it keeps me super matte. So I'm just gonna place this all over my T-zone. And you can see that it looks a little bit mattifying. Do you see how smooth it looks compared to the rest of my face? The rest of my face is kind of glowy, but this area is very matte. So yeah, I really like this primer. I do love the Revlon Color Stay Powder. It's a blotting powder. I love that one. So that one is not in this video, but just know that I like that one as well. But this grip primer is really good. Now we're gonna go ahead and do eyeshadow. I am doing a holiday look today for you guys using these products. I figured it would be really appropriate for me to do that since the holidays are right around the corner. But I'm gonna go in with this Sephora. This is the eye primer, and I love this primer. It goes on very smooth on the eyes. It's very affordable at Sephora. Doesn't dry too fast to where you can't move it around. And it holds my eyeshadow in place. It does a really good job of that. Okay, so we are gonna move on to eyeshadow. So since we're doing a holiday look, I do wanna show you a couple products that I'm gonna be using on my eyes today. Two of them are these shadow bombs. These are by Revolution. I've got two colors here. I've got a kind of a champagne one and then a gold one, and I'm not sure which one I want to use today of those. Another product I love for the eyes that's very affordable are these Maybelline shadow blocks. These are like my favorite eyeshadows from Maybelline. They just go on so well. They come with like 3 shadows and they just go on so beautifully. They blend very well. They just have this really nice consistency to them. This one has more of a lighter shade and then a kind of a metallic shade and then a darker shade. And I think today, I'm probably gonna go in with this one. I'll put the names here so you guys will know because I don't have my glasses and the writing here is really small so I can't see. But I am gonna go with this one and I'm gonna go in with this shadow bomb. So let's go ahead and start with applying this shadow. These are super easy to use and they're effortless. So I'm just going to go in with the lightest shade that's at the top of that block, and I'm just going to put that in my crease. Are you guys ready for the holidays? I am not. I have been working a lot, so I haven't really had time to really do anything. So this is the shade that I actually put in my crease. And then there's a metallic shade here. I'm gonna use this shade right here. And I'm just gonna use this like on the outer corner. This is gonna be such an easy look to do. And I'm just gonna take that brush and go on the outer edge. And then I just come in a little bit into the crease. So that's what it looks like, and all I do is just kind of blend the edges out. So now what I'm going to do is go in with the Shadow Bomb. This one is more of like a metallic pink shade. And basically what I like to do is I like to put a little bit on the back of my hand. I don't like to go in directly. You can, but I feel like I have a little bit more control when I have a brush. Just going to place this on the lid. Kind of carve it out on the lid. I don't want to go beyond the crease with this. And then I'm going to bring it kind of into the darker shade that I had. Just a little bit. Just kind of tap it on top of there so it can just kind of blend in. But that's what it looks like. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so we're going to do the other eye. These Shadow Bombs last all day, guys. They're so good. So because this is a holiday look, we are going to go in with this e.l.f. glitter. This is a really good product as well. I have loved these since they came out. They look super beautiful on the lids. So we're just going to take that brush and just kind of tap it on top just to add a little bit of glitter. I don't want to put too much because I don't want to take away from the Shadow Bomb. Do you see how it just kind of gives that little bit of twinkle, that little bit of glitter to the eyelid? Super pretty. These you do have to let dry or just kind of fan them because they are a little more wet than the other ones. So now we're going to go into the face makeup, and these are probably a favorite for everyone. These are the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filters. They're comparable to the Charlotte Tilbury in the sense that they do have somewhat of a tint to them. You can bronze up with them. You can also wear them by themselves or even use them under foundation to give you that glow. So that's what I'm going to do today. I never wear these by themselves because I have hyperpigmentation, so this doesn't really have enough coverage for me. But I do love it under my foundation. So I'm gonna go with this one here. I think this is the shade 4, and I love it because it does have a wand and it's easy to apply. Just gonna put this here, down my nose and on my forehead. And I'll just take a brush, just a simple brush, and I'll just blend it all into my skin. Then I'm going to go in with this shade. It's one of the deepest shades. There is one that's a little bit deeper than this, and I use this for like bronzing my skin. So we're just going to put 2 dots and then some little dots here, a little bit on my nose because I do like a little bronzy tint on my nose, and then I can just put some here just to kind of bronze up the outer portion of my face. What I usually do is I like to take a sponge and I just like to press that into the skin, get it all nice and blended. And this just gives me like a nice, like kind of bronzed look on the outer portion of my skin. Now the foundation is going to cover it up some, so it's not going to look as dark, but right now it's going to look really dark, especially that my face is really red. But it's such a beautiful, beautiful product. I just love the whole product for my entire face. But like I said, it looks really dark. Promise you guys it's going to look way better in the end, and it is going to look like this because I am red. So let's go in with my favorite foundation of this year, and that is the IRL Filter Foundation by Revolution. I have mine in the shade F12. I could never find a shade that was like perfect for me. It was always a little bit too light or a little bit too dark, and this shade is probably the closest when I'm a little bit darker, and it's a beautiful foundation on the skin. Literally love this foundation. It's so good. And I know it's a little bit dark for me, but we are going to lighten it up with some concealer that I'm going to show you guys. But for now, we're just going to put this all over the skin. And the smoothness that this gives my skin is amazing. Now, I will say if you want to get this shade and you want to lighten it up or kind of take some warmth out, I do use a green product by Makeup Forever. Now, I'm not going to use that in this video because I'm only using drugstore products, so I didn't want to bring that in here and then you guys would be like, why are you using that? It's not drugstore. So this is such a beautiful, beautiful foundation. I just love it. All right, let's go in with some concealer. I'm going to be using 2 concealers. One of them I have been loving. I tried it and I just can't get enough of it. And then the other one I've loved since I tried it, and it actually takes place of the one that I used to love by Maybelline, which was the Maybelline Eraser or something like that. I'll list the name right here, but either way, way, these are the two that I love from the drugstore. One of them is Joah. This is one of my favorites. I love the consistency of this. I love the way my under eyes look when I use this. And the other one is this e.l.f. concealer pen. I initially tried it a long time ago and I got the wrong shade, but I ended up getting a lighter shade and I love this, guys. It's so good. So today what I'm gonna do is just highlight with this. I'm not gonna use it under my eyes, but I have been using it under my eyes. And I will say that when I do use it under my eyes, I'm telling you guys, it is so good. I don't even have to wear powder on my under eyes because it does not crease. It does not look horrible. It just looks really, really good. So I'm just gonna highlight my face because like I said, it is a little bit dark, the foundation, so I wanna lighten it up a little bit. I'm gonna take this sponge and just highlight this area here on my chin, and it kind of defines those cheekbones when I do that. I like the top of my nose and then my forehead, of course. So now we're gonna go in with the Joah concealer because this is the one that I want to use for my under eyes, and it is a twisty type of product. The other one was kind of a clicker, had a little clicker on it, and then I'm just going to place this under my eyes just like that. And I'm not going to put it on my nose or anything because we use the other one for that. Let me get a sponge and I'm just going to press this in my under eye. And you're gonna see, look how beautiful this is. I love, love, love this concealer. This year, Joah really impressed me with their products. I didn't think I was gonna like them, and when I tried a few of them, they became like favorites. So really love the Joah brand. So we are going to set everything. Now, I will set my eyes first. I have a product that's not necessarily something you can buy from the drugstore. You can buy this on Camera Ready Cosmetics or you can buy it from their website, but this was only like, I want to say it was 10 bucks for this big pot of powder. So this is the Ben Nye Luxury Powder. This one's in the shade Rose Petal. So this has a little bit of pink in it. The reason why I like this pink, it kind of cancels out like the darkness. All right, so I'm just gonna get this sponge. Oh, you know what I forgot? Before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and put my Tarte Shape Tape on because I do like a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape on my cheek. Just gonna put just a tad bit on. I do like Tarte Shape Tape with this foundation because the foundation has good coverage but not like really full coverage, so that's why I like the Tarte Shape Tape. Now we can go in with the Ben Nye Luxury Powder in Rose Petal. I put a little bit on my sponge. I'll tap it on the back of my hand. I don't like to have too much because then it gets dry too fast, and then I'll just lightly and gently press it on this area. And do you see how smooth my under eyes look? They're super smooth with that powder. Such a good powder, and like I said, it's not expensive. You just can't get it like at your typical drugstore. You have to actually buy it from either Ben Nye or Camera Ready Cosmetics. The powder that I loved this year was the NYX powder, and I'm gonna show you how much love I've given this powder. I'm already hitting pan with it. It is so good. This is in the shade medium. I love this powder. It has a little bit of coverage, but not too much coverage to where it looks cakey. It just looks really smooth on the skin. Makes the skin look really nice and refreshed. So I love that. I love the way this looks. It's just really beautiful. See how smooth everything just turned out? Another one from NYX is this one, which is the Brightening Translucent. This is a lighter version. And what I like to do with this is I always like to take a little bit of it and just kind of lighten up the tops of my cheekbones. And my cheekbones stand out a little bit more when I do that. And then light up my top of my nose and my forehead, anywhere I've highlighted. And this powder just looks flawless. It's just so beautiful. So let's get into bronzer. So one of my favorite bronzers this year was the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Bronzer. This one is in the shade Tan, and this is what it looks like. This bronzer is so, so pretty, and it's very affordable. So let me go ahead and just take a brush, add this stippling brush, and I'm just going to run it on my cheeks. And I love the shade of this. It's very warm, but it's not too warm. Put a little bit on my neck so everything would match. And for highlighter, I've been loving the Essence highlighter. This one's in Sunshowers, and this one actually reminds me of the Dior Nude Glow. This is actually probably a complete dupe for that, but I love the creaminess of this highlighter, so I'm just gonna put a little bit on tops of my cheeks. You see how creamy that goes on? So stinking pretty. And it's not one of those like blinding highlights, you know? It's just gorgeous. I'll put a little bit over my brow. I haven't done my brows yet, but I'm gonna put a little bit over my brow to highlight that eyebrow. See how pretty that is? So stinking pretty. So now we're gonna do brows. One of the affordable pencils I've been loving is by Sephora. This is one of their like micro brow pencils. The pencil is easy to use and the color is just perfect. And look how easy it glides onto the brow. It just glides on so super easy. It doesn't make the brows look too sharp. It makes the brows look really nice and filled in. But yeah, I've been loving this pencil. It's a really good pencil. Okay, so that is it for the brows as far as filling them in. And now we're gonna go ahead and use another favorite product. This is by e.l.f. and this is the Brow Lift. So I really like this one. It's the clear one. It's very gel-like. Really good as far as keeping your brows in place. I just use a brush. I dip the brush in there, make sure the brush is covered with the gel. I like to go on the back of my hand and just kind of press it in because I don't like gunkiness on my brows. And so then I'll just take it and then just brush up very gently. And this will keep your brows in place. But yeah, this is a great affordable product for your brows and it holds your brows in place. I'm not gonna put any shadow on the bottom lash line today. You can if you want to, but I'm just not gonna do that. So let me go into cheek color. So for cheek color, here's another Joah product. These are the Air Light blushes. I thought I had 4 of them. I might only have 3. But I thought I had 4. Either way, we're gonna use one of these today. I'm gonna go in with Pink Dahlia. I think this one will go good. It looks bright, but it's not super bright. These blushes are comparable to high-end blushes. Did I say blushes or brushes? I meant blushes. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little bit of my NYX powder because I like to put a lot of blush on, but I also like to tone it down a little bit once I put a lot on. And then I just take a little bit of powder and just kind of blend it just like that. So it kind of just smooths everything out. So I'm gonna go in with this Morphe lip liner, and this one is in Sweet Tea. And I love the Morphe lip liners because they're so creamy and they're really affordable, especially when you can get them on sale. So I'm just gonna line my lips. I'm gonna go in with this L'Oreal lipstick. This is number 107 Coconut Plump. This is one of my favorite lipsticks. This is one that I've been wearing a lot. I actually have 2 of them. One of them is like down to the nub, but this one is a little bit newer. Look how beautiful that goes on. It's like one of the best nude lipsticks. It feels so good on the lips. It kind of has like a minty, you know, like a minty tingling sensation, but it's not like super strong where it hurts your lip. It just feels nice on your lips. All right guys, to finish off the look, I'm going in with the Milani Make It Last spray. This is the larger version of the Make It Last spray. I saw this at Target, so I went ahead and picked it up. This is a drugstore product that holds your makeup all day long. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray it on my face. It smells really good too. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me use all of my favorite drugstore products of this year. Like I said, the only new thing I used was this e.l.f. Grip Primer, which I really do like. I feel like the makeup really gripped onto my skin when I put my foundation on. So I really am liking this product so far. I will let you guys know if it helped my makeup last. But other than that, all of the other items are what I've used throughout the year that I have really been enjoying. So again, I hope you guys liked it. Thank you for being here and we will see you guys on the next one.